This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not meeting Mrs. Jones in that cafe for a chat and nothing else, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World.
God is Rainier Avenue Radio World, your favorite community radio station. We're putting out all kinds of Avenue Radio you in your community. So come on and listen to us and tune us in. Get on our Facebook, Instagram, and all. As we're doing it right here for you in your community with Rainier Avenue Radio World. And God is an inspiration of gospel music. Also, we're doing a lot of different things in your community. We give out free food. We give out a lot of things in the community. We do a lot of shows. We do a lot of things on the sports part, and we want you to come on out and tune us in and come to the community, and we do a lot of things in your community. So make sure you go to our website, Rainier Avenue Radio World, and also go to the God Is website and look us up and see what we do in your community, something maybe you might like. So come on by and check us out from 11 to 2. Free food giveaway.
Different rules apply when it gets this late. You know what I mean? It's like the after hours. Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
Hello, I'm an unpaid spokesman for DJ Sotovaci. I'd like to invite you to listen to his free-form music show. It's popular music the way it was never intended to be heard. Whatever gets you through the night, late nights, here on Rainier Avenue Radio World.
This is Monique Lee from the Afternoons with Monique show. I'm also the owner of Seattle Love Broker, a relationship consulting and matchmaking company. Tune in every Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. to listen to intriguing, informative, and entertaining guests share stories of their past and vision for the future of our community.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African-American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World.
Ay Pilipino, ang dugo'y likas.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Sama po kayo naroroon. Ito naman po ang Fil-Am Radio broadcasting live every Tuesday afternoon from 1 o'clock to 2:30. Seattle time po yan, Pacific time. Through the magic of StreamYard and the facilities of Rainier Avenue Radio World, dito po sa Seattle, Washington State, USA. Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili at ang aking co-host na nasa Australia, ang magandang...
Good afternoon, Kuya Bert. Good afternoon, Daniel and Seattle. Good morning, Philippines and Australia. Ito po si Mel Salvador. Kayo po ay nakikinig sa Fil-Am Radio Show dito po sa Rainier Avenue Radio World sa Seattle, Washington, USA. Kaya samahan niyo po kami ngayon. Salamat po.
Yung producer po natin si Daniel Bells of Rainier Avenue Radio World. Yung programa po natin, Fil-Am Radio, is internet-based. Kaya you can listen live now. Saan mo po kayo naroroon anywhere in the world? Just log on to www.rainieravenuradio.world or on YouTube. Hanapin lamang ang ating programa, Fil-Am Radio. Ang episode po natin ngayon is 225. Yung show po natin is also video recorded by our producer. So you could watch our show, for example, tomorrow, Wednesday, dito po sa Seattle, 9 o'clock ng umaga. And si Miles, laging nagpo-post siya ng ating broadcast sa kanyang blogs, sa Birch Angels, of course, ka Miles Salvador Facebook page. Yung medium po natin for broadcast is Taglish or Tagalog English. Kasi yung mga guests natin, minsan nananagalog, kami, kuminsan English, halo-halo, Taglish po ang tawag doon. So, para naman maintindihan ng ating mga English-speaking audience, di ba, Miles?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
now, just relax. Enjoy our show. Salamat po. Thank you very much. At meron tayong special guest ngayon. Mamayang after our opening prayer, pakikilala namin sa iyo. Okay. Very good. So, alam naman ninyo na yung mga regular listeners natin, they know that our program always starts with a prayer and ends with a prayer. Kaya saan man po kayo naroon, wherever you are, sabayan niyo po kami sa aming maikling opening prayer. Let's bow our heads. Ama namin, purihin ang iyong pangalan, bagamat po di kami karapat-dapat ay nangahas kaming sumamo sa inyo, na basbasan po ninyo ang aming mga pamilya, mga kaibigan at ang lahat ng tumatangkilik sa aming programa ngayong hapon. Kawaan din niyo po ang mga kapatid namin na may mga karamdaman na pagkalooban ng madaling paggaling o ng kaginhawahan. Maghari nawa sa lahat ng tao ang mabuting pagsasamahan, kababaang loob at kapayapaan ngayon at magpakailan paman siya nawa. Amen. And I promise, oh boy, I'm so excited. Alam mo, Miles, it is very cold here in Seattle. Ang no, rito kaya ako nakabalot ng mahusay. But anyway, mga kaibigan, ang sabi sa akin ni Daniel, nandiyan na yung ating guest. And we will put our hands together and welcome, come on, see,
Kylie Lorenzana. Hi, Kylie. How are you?
Dito na rin si Norbert, kaya papasukin na rin natin si Norbert para kompleto ang ating broadcast system.
There you go, Norb. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Kylie.
Hello.
Kylie, you know, we have heard about her through Miles, and I don't think Miles has seen her personally. But virtually, we are all together. Kompleto yung ating broadcast booth ngayon, Kylie. Ako si Kuya Bert. Narinig mo na, nakausap mo na madalas. Si Miles, and this is my one and only son, si Norbert. Okay? Para malaman mo, si Norbert is nagbibigay ng update sa sports. Hindi maaaring ano yan dahil ang Seattle is very well known for the Seahawks. Ano mo naman kay successful o hindi, we have to live with what it is. At Norbert, I want you to know that Kylie is from Canada.
Oh, I read her bio. I'm excited to hear all about her.
Hello from Vancouver.
Background.
Very good. And also with that, I just would like to say that she is the niece of our former guest, the talented, sino nga? Ang pangalan naman, ang kanyang auntie na si Joanne Lorenzana.
Yeah, Tita Joanne.
Okay, very good. Anyway, welcome to our show, Kylie.
Thank
We
you
are so
much.
excited.
Thank you so much for having me. I
you're
feel
welcome.
extremely honored.
Yeah. Now, I always request, because you're the same singer who is gonna sing our opening song. So I wanted people to see you while we are playing your record. Okay, so Miles, for our opening song, sige nga.
Our opening song is On a Lovely Winter's Night by original by Kylie Fonacier. Thank
Alright.
you.
Palakpakan po
Yes.
natin.
Salamat po.
As soon as the lights are on, the time is right to set all our hearts aglow and shine upon this winter's night, just like the stories we've been told. Though the nights are dark and cold, still we'll spread the joy to young and old. Come join us and sing along to a holiday song or two. Let our voices be clear and strong. It's a gift to them from me and you. Shine your light from far and near. Make them grin from ear to ear. Everybody needs a bit of Christmas cheer. Carry every bell and whistle everywhere you go. Carol every carol like you haven't got a care. So what if we hardly spot a flake or flurry of snow? Sometime later you will find a touch of magic in the air. Come join us and sing along, we're on our way. There's a whole wide world waiting to explore. When we hitch up on an open sleigh, but who needs a sleigh to share a smile? We'll merrily marching miles and miles. We'll still be together for a little while. Singing la 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 la. Togetherness is all it takes. That's why we celebrate one and all. No one's been forgotten. No one's left alone. Togetherness is the warmth we share with those we care about the most. For when we're gathered as a team, we'll make the sagging spirits gleam, singing songs without a single end in sight. On a lovely winter's night, we'll be a beacon of light in a cold, dark night, where the shining stars that light the way. To those just frantically rushing to and fro, no time to wait, always on the go. Those all on their own, so sad and lonely. No family or place to call their own. People living in fear, they've got no time for cheer. Well, today's the day we try and prove them wrong. As we wander through this winter till the world can hear our song this time of year, in the years to come we'll make it known that no one was ever meant to walk and wander in this weary world alone. La 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 la. Togetherness is all it takes. That's why we celebrate one and all. No one will ever be forgotten. No one is ever left alone. Togetherness is the warmth we share to those we care about the most. For when we're gathered as a team, we'll let the sagging spirits gleam, singing songs without a single end in sight. On a lovely and awfully long but lovely, on a lovely winter's night.
Oh boy. That is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Norb, it just shows, I call Kylie multi-talented.
Oh man, thank you.
She's not just a singer, as you read in her short bio. My God.
Wonderful. You have a wonderful voice, and I know you also conduct, you write, write lyrics. It's so excited to hear more about your story. But that was beautiful. Love
Thank
you.
you so much. It was so much fun to do that one. Like, it's probably one of the most fun I've had writing and performing an original Christmas song because I love that season. Like, what can I say?
That was original. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's what I've been telling Norbert and your aunt, and even Cass. I know you know Cass also, who was our guest last time, that we need to have a nice Christmas song, and I think that's going to be coming up soon. I mean, we have a lot of Christmas songs already, Miss na Miss Kita Pag Christmas, for example, in Tagalog. It's a beautiful song, but we always hear all this the regular Christmas songs,
White
But
Christmas.
it would be nice if one of us, Filipino Americans, Filipino-Canadians, would be able to come up with a unique Christmas song. So that would be the challenge for every composer, that we have interviewed so far. Anyway, I don't know. Miles is having problems with their internet.
Oh no,
She
not internet
always
problems
has
again.
problems.
Uh-oh.
Kylie, so most of the times you won't see her, and she just disappears sometimes, especially during the last portion of our program. And she's
There she
back.
is.
Hey,
She
there
came
she is.
back.
And when she's back, she's kind of off time for whatever reason. But anyway, I just want to say, because this is between Christmas
I'm
and
back.
New Year. All right, Miles. So maybe at this time, I would like, she's gone again. That maybe you could start maybe greeting friends first, because this is almost New Year. This week will be New Year already. So let's
Yes. Oh
start with
my.
maybe greeting your friends. I want to say belated, Merry Christmas, but I wish everyone a Happy New Year. So go ahead, Kyle. You might want to greet some of your friends at this time.
Yes. So first of all, I hope you all, like family and friends who are tuning in, those who may be tuning in now, those who may be tuning in later, wishing you all lovely, happy holidays and Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate, because there's a great many beautiful holidays this season. And also for those who may not be having such a jolly holiday right now, for those who are missing people they haven't seen in
Mm-hmm.
a very long time overseas, kasi meron overseas din, tapos those who have lost loved ones during this Christmas season or months before, days before even the Christmas season. I just want to genuinely send my love to all of you. Love, prayers, good thoughts, and hugs. And especially for those going through a difficult time, COVID related or not,
Mm-hmm.
in this holiday season and Christmas season. I just pray and hope that you will have hope, that you will have a light at the end of the tunnel, that you will continue to be blessed, especially this new year. This goes for everybody, family, friends, even people I don't know. I hope you have a happy new year this 2022. And to inject some humor, I hope that next year is 2022 good to be true.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So, Miles, are you back with us now?
I'm back.
Yeah, you may just, Kylie just
Okay.
had her, let's say, Christmas and New Year's message, basically,
I
greetings
heard it. Yeah, I
before
heard
you
it.
heard.
Yeah,
Okay, very
yeah,
good.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you might want to greet some of your friends too, Miles. I'll give you that opportunity, you know.
I just want to say belated Merry Christmas to each and everyone all over the world and wishing you a prosperous new year. And my heart goes, as Kylie said, I got some friends who died of COVID just on Christmas time. My heart goes to them and also to all the people, the Filipinos who suffered during this very super Typhoon Odette. They lost homes. They don't have food. They don't have electricity. Nothing. Oh Lord, I hope 2022 will be a lot better for each and every one of us. Thank
Mhm.
you. Yeah.
Thank you. And you
Amen.
want to do some greetings too, Norb?
Sure. I'll just like to greet everybody, fans of this show, people who've watched my channel, our friends and family in the area, and outside of the state of Washington, a belated Merry Christmas and an advanced Happy New Year. And like Kylie said, thoughts and prayers to those who are not being able to have an enjoyable holiday season right now, whether it's the victims of the tsunamis over in the trouble that they're having in the Philippines or around the world. I know a lot of people are going through some hard times. So we definitely count our blessings for those of us who have our loved ones to share, and just thoughts and prayers to those who are struggling right now. But hopefully, like you said, 2022 will be too good to be true. So here's hoping for a much better 2022. So
Yes,
thank you
we're
everybody for
all
watching.
looking forward to a wonderful
Yeah.
2022. And hopefully the pandemic will be over by then. Then we can all be together in person with friends. But
Yeah.
something I always tell people, this pandemic, while it's really has been very bad, it has saved me some money. We don't have to go to a lot of dances, and we saved a little by not having to drive like in our studio. Before,
Yeah.
we used to drive to Seattle to be in that studio. Now we're here virtually, and it's
Yeah.
working good. But anyway, you guys are right. So to all our listeners, we just want to wish you, of course, belated Merry Christmas, but a wonderful, prosperous New Year. Okay,
Thank
but
you.
going back to
Yes.
Kylie.
Hello.
Kylie, you're from Canada. Where exactly is that? Are you from?
Yes, so I'm currently staying with my family in the city called Port Coquitlam, and that's a
Hmm.
part of the Tri-Cities. Like, so parang Tri-Cities, we have these cities called Coquitlam where we used to live, tapos Port Coquitlam, border of Coquitlam and Port Coquitlam, tapos Port Moody. It's like the Tri-Cities, parang Filipinos, like, parang sa
Oo.
Pilipinas, Quezon City, Pasig,
Oh,
Mandaluyong. It's like
pero,
the parallel of
but
that, and
saan
like that's
malapit yan? Where is it close to something like Montreal or Vancouver?
um it's closer to the Vancouver city because Port Coquitlam, you do need to go through Coquitlam, tapos Port Moody, and then some kind of highway. My dad knows this stuff. Takes us to Vancouver cities, and that's like 30,
Well, you're
40
you're not
minutes
too
away from where
far
we
from
live.
us, man. You're
No,
just a
we're
few
3 hours
hours.
away. Just a
3 hours.
3 hour
Yeah, and
drive away.
going to Vancouver is 2 hours plus. So another hour
Yes.
to go to. So what? I mean, you're closer to the west side. You're not
Yes.
too far. You're not close to Quebec or what. So you don't
No.
speak French, for example, in
No.
your place. Yeah.
I do
Okay.
not. I did learn
Wonderful.
it, but I am not very good at French.
Oh, I see. That's wonderful. So, how old were you when you started doing all of this? I know you're a
Ooh.
pianist. So,
Oh,
how did you learn piano, for example? I know you teach piano, but how did you
yes.
get to be interested in all of those instruments like piano?
Oh my. So it started when I was a kid because, when I was not right when I was born, it's not like I could play right when I was born. Pero like the toys like and gifts because my birthday is a week before Christmas.
Oh,
So what happened was like I had many little toys, parang keyboard, and my
ah,
parents are very inclined to music. Like my mom was like the manager of my tita Joan, and my dad was a radio show host, Bambi Fonacier.
wow.
And they were always listening to music, always exposed me to like their different kinds of music, and I would always just play with the little toys. Tapos I liked it so much that my in my lolo and lola's place, like like my mom's side, tapos my lola's place, I would tinker with their piano without knowing how to play. And my mom was like, okay, you know what? When she is 4 or almost 5, she will take piano lessons. So I started piano lessons at 4.5, going on literally close to 5. And I found it fun. I enjoyed it talaga. Kasi like, I love music. I always listened to Disney music growing up. Still do to this day. Tapos, I was not a good practicer at the time. Because I was a kid. I'm like, I just want to play and enjoy music. But here's the thing. My teacher made it fun, and my teachers through the years have really helped me as well. So what I've learned, and I learned this through crying because I didn't practice as a kid. Kasi like bata lang ako, diba? I'd be like, I don't want to practice. It's what helps. Because here's the thing. It's about getting to know the music and having fun. It's a balance of discipline and fun. It's like it comes intrinsic instead of extrinsic. I learned this in psychology. Intrinsic is like you genuinely enjoy it. And extrinsic is like, when you get rewards out of it. And it's a balance between these two. So I learned to enjoy it. Also learned to, listen to songs I like and just try them by ear. Because I'm just like, okay, I know this note is a B. And if it sounds like this, okay, I'll try it out. So years passed, I continued loving piano. And like while taking all these lessons, I learned some stuff. Like I wanted to try learning stuff by ear. And I found it easier than reading the notes. And my teacher would be like, okay, it's cool that you can it's cool that you can play by ear, but don't forget the notes too, because you're taking lessons.
That's right. You know what, Kylie?
Din.
I'm glad that my son Norbert is hearing all of this because we have 2 granddaughters whom I have been trying to kind of get them to be interested in piano. And I have been tinkering with the piano. And Norbert, maybe you could tell more about how
Kylie, your story is similar to even me growing up as a kid, because my parents had my sister take piano lessons. I tried to take piano lessons as well, but I also got bored with all the drills and all the songs that were just scales and things like that. I wanted to play the songs that I liked, so I would learn by ear, learning Star Wars songs and all these different pop tunes. So I didn't really stick with it, and that's one of probably my bigger regrets is that I didn't stay with doing the lessons, because I would have been a much better player now. I learned to play and I started playing in bands and composing music, but I never really got really deep on playing, where you really need to practice and learn all the theory and all the notes. So I could play, but I don't have the skills and chops like a real piano player like yourself is, because you really do need to learn the basics and everything like that. Yeah, so my kids have done a lot of the same tinkering now, because you can play on YouTube and learn the keys, but you don't really necessarily know the notes of the music. So my parents for Christmas bought my 2 daughters a guitar lesson book and DVD and piano lesson book and DVD. So hopefully they'll take some time to not just tinker around, but really get to know how to play, because I know they both love music, and it's just getting that discipline to learn how to play.
Kylie will be an inspiration to the girls, so we really appreciate. It's kind of interesting how you learn how to play the piano. And I know that it's now that you teach piano, I'm sure your students are having fun, because how your experience has helped you become a real good pianist. Okay.
I'm grateful
we will
to them.
interrupt everybody because we are going to our first news break. So stick around mga kaibigan, wag kayong aalis. Si Kylie Lorenzana Fonacier, yung niece po ng ating mahusay na Joanne Lorenzana singer. So it runs in the family.
Yeah.
So let's cut to our first news break.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Host of Star Time. And when I'm not meeting Mrs. Jones in that cafe for a chat and nothing else, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Here's the bad news. You can catch the flu and COVID at the same time.
At the same time?
But the good news, You can get vaccinated against COVID and flu at the same time.
At the same time?
It's safe, convenient, and a wonderful way to protect yourself and everyone you care about. We're stronger when we're all protected. Visit vaccines.gov to find COVID and flu vaccines near you.
Greetings. This is your host, DJ Neftali, Rainier Avenue Radio .world, the best DJ in the Seattle area. You can catch me every Monday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Like I said, this is DJ Neftali, the best reggae in Seattle, Washington, the best radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio .world. Come on, right?
Rainier Avenue Radio presents All Music, All Day Saturday. Music, All Day Saturday.
This is Edwin Bailey, Bulldog Blue.
Jazz from the Cabinets.
That's right. It's time once again for Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy.
Start Time.
Thanks for tuning in. My name is Paul Pierce.
This is Start Time. Saturdays, all music, all day. Reggae Hour, K-Fox Night.
Looking for the perfect beat? Yeah, it's the beat of the Fox.
Fresh Juice with D-Money in the
Myself, Blue Money.
Nice Size Patron.
Taylor Hart.
This is Spentia, the Northwest Rap Gang.
DJ Medina. Chad Cheddar.
Come on.
Northwest Rap Gang.
Sergio Lacour's Love Line.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio LaCour. Go to the phone line. Tell them who we talking.
Sea Monster Radio. Mo Jams. It's your jam.
We're live. Welcome to Moji on Mondays. This is KZ of KZ Music Media. Caller Goddess for Moji on Mondays.
Just my God is inspiration all day and all night. Saturdays on Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
If you or a family member are 55 or over and need nursing home level care, but want to keep living where you are, check out Providence Elder Place PACE. This program offers healthcare, housing, transportation, and recreational activities. There are no co-pays or deductibles, and it's covered through Medicare and Medicaid. Providence Elder Place PACE works to keep you healthy and in your home. Call 206-320-5325 or visit providence.org Elder Place. Providence.org Elder Place.
This is Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
At balik po tayo sa ating programa Fil-Am Radyo. Kompleto po ang broadcast team natin ngayon. Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
Ito po si Mel Salvador. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtangkilik sa aming programa. And
you're muted,
Norb, you're muted.
This is NorbCam Caoili, also known as NorbCam, talking sports, particularly Seahawks.
And our very special, multi-talented guest, pakilala ka uli.
Hello, cheers. Hi.
Kylie Lorenzana Fonacier. So before we get back to more singing songs by Kylie, okay, let me just kind of take this opportunity to get an update from the terrible loss of the Seahawks. So go ahead, Norb.
Oh, we want to jump into sports now?
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
we'll get the depressing stuff out of the way now. So for those of you Seahawk fans out there, Sunday was our last hope to get a win and keep our very slim playoff hopes alive. But alas, we ended up losing 25-24 to the lowly Chicago Bears. And I thought, instead of showing clips of the game, I thought I'd show a little bit of what it was like from the experience of what we saw on that snowy day, a rare snow game at Lumen Field in Seattle. So this is what it looked like on our day with the Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Check it out.
There you go.
Okay, now you're
live
not
Facebook.
live. Recorded tape. I'm going to send it to you.
So here we go. This is the way to travel. If you're gonna tailgate somebody, you stay behind a snowplow. This is the best.
This is the way to
best
travel.
place to go when you're trying to get through the snow to a Seahawks game. Follow this guy right here.
Yeah, this sounds good.
This is a rare fun event right here.
No, we hired this guy, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like a police
We got an escort, and he's going right where we want to go.
Perfect.
See, Pops told you.
Yeah, you're smart. All right.
No, Norb's smart. He's the one driving.
You're the one who
Smart
gave
or lucky.
directions.
This is what I was scared of. Without the snow plow.
It really is Norb talking. I don't know if this is what it looks like, but that's supposedly Norb.
And then we got my
Bob,
dad.
say something.
Hey! I tell you guys,
if you got any
Mark is smart. He's smart.
If you got any
Smart
complaints
ass.
about the cameraman, you can go.
So that was our drive to just to get to essentially or to Lumen Field was a scary enough situation, but we made it in one piece. But then the game happened. Started out good, but like this whole season, started off good, finished not so good. Here's kind of how it went in about a minute's time. Check it out.
Oh! Seahawks against
Snow
the
coming
Bears. DK one-on-one. Maybe a throw to him. He's looking. He's going to look to Metcalf. Goes deep. He's got him. Touchdown! Touchdown, DK Metcalf! That's the one-on-one we wanted. Double tight ends. Wilson under center. Come on to Penny. He's going to hand up to Penny at the middle. Touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. 35-yard field goal attempt. Let's see if they can make this a 10-point lead here. Snap, hold, kick. Looks good. And it's good. Seattle takes a 17-7 lead. Oh, yeah. And play Austin. Wilson throws, got him. Gerald Everett, touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson to Gerald Everett in the right side of the end zone. Touchdown. Seattle up by a touchdown, 24-17. 1 minute, 7 seconds left. Third down at 15. Make it 3rd and 14 for the 15-yard line. Snap. Get out. Go deep corner, turn around. Touchdown, Jimmy Graham. Oh, my God. Jimmy freaking Graham, are you kidding me? They're going for it. Here's the game for the lead. Snap. Rolls right. Oh, he got it. He got it. They take the lead with a 2-point conversion. 25-24, Chicago takes the lead with 1 minute, 1 second left. Snap, Wilson's got to throw. He's looking, rolls right, in trouble. That's over. Incomplete, Chicago's going to win the game. Crap. What a sucky game that turned out to be.
So,
Oh my God.
What a sucky game that turned out to be. That pretty much embodies our entire season. So for the first time, or only the second time in 10 years, the Seattle Seahawks will not be going to the NFL playoffs. And we'll be watching it from the couch with 2 games left. We still have 2 games left, and unfortunately, there will be meaningless games. One more game at home against the Detroit Lions on Sunday, and then they'll wrap things up against the Arizona Cardinals the week after that, and that will end the Seahawks season in 2021. So we'll have to just look to next season, and the big debate: will Russell Wilson be back? Will Pete Carroll be back, the head coach of the Seahawks? That's the big debate that will be discussed for many weeks to come here as they prepare for next season. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you, Norb. I was going to ask
Thank
Kylie.
you.
Kylie, are you familiar with the Seahawks? Have you heard of them? Or do you like football?
So admittedly, I don't often watch sports too often. I am sorry. I apologize in advance.
No, that's fine.
But my dad watches every once in a while. Okay, admittedly, I do not know exactly who he's rooting for, but he did show me the other day. Was this yesterday? It was the other day. He did show me how much snow there was on the ground. I was like, holy, there's a lot of snow. And it's like this here in it's like this here in Vancouver. We did have a white Christmas. It did snow, and just 3 hours away from Seattle, I don't see how it wouldn't snow. But I can just imagine, how was it with all these football players dashing through the snow, trying to get in a touchdown open sleigh. I can just imagine, how do you do that? It's amazing.
It was the
it was
worst
very
time
amazing.
of the year.
Yeah.
It was. It was fun. I think there's something about a game in the snow. It just doesn't happen very often in Seattle because that was only the 3rd time we've had snow football, and so when it happens, it's kind of a magical thing. I told everybody, I said, I really don't care if we win or lose this game. Really, I think it's just going to be fun to watch this game in the snow. And just driving up. You saw a little bit of the drive up there, but there was a time when I didn't know if we'd we'd make it because there were cars all slid off the side of the road. And one time we had to navigate past 4 or 5 cars on the on-ramp to get to the freeway, and they had all slid off the road. And I didn't know if we were going to be one of those cars. Luckily, our all-wheel drive Toyota minivan made it through and got us there in one piece and back. So, but it definitely had an effect on the game. I think the kicking game was a little bit tougher. Throwing the ball was a little bit harder because it's cold, it's windy, and footing's a little bit slippery. So it might have had something to do with the reason why we lost.
But must have been a snowball fight.
It was fun. Oh, there were people in the stands. There were unhappy people in the stands throwing snowballs at the referees and the players, trying to hit them when they were frustrated with losing. So, yeah, in fact, they had to announce, please do not throw snowballs onto the field. So, yeah, it was a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun though. We still have snow on the ground.
It was very. I would say I was a winter-like, and the first time that I have recalled having to watch a football game being played on a field that was full of snow. So, anyway, going back to Kylie. Kylie, I know that Miles has prepared another song that we would like to hear.
Aren't we going to play Norb? It's only 47 minutes.
You want to play Norb's 47 seconds? Okay, parody. Let's hear that first, then.
Okay.
I
didn't know
47 seconds.
I can't wait.
I predicted the Seahawks lost to the Rams back in September, parody. And that's right, I predicted.
Okay, let's see.
Julie, my staff is so cold. So cold. Maybe we're through with a session, baby. Maybe we'll just play sing walls on the red calls. Maybe it's a defense problem. Can't stop the Rams, so third down. Rams on third. Watch what's saying on my TV. This is what it sounds like when these little cry.
I predicted the loss.
He predicted it. All right.
September.
So just a little context. So what that was a little snippet of this longer music video that I released before the start of the football season. And what I do is I go through the entire schedule and I predict whether we'll win or lose that particular game. So this was the previous week's game, and I had predicted back in September that we were going to lose that game. So I made it to the soundtrack of Prince, one of my favorite artists of all time, When Doves Cry. So that was that's where that came into play.
You have a great
I
voice,
hate when I'm right
by the
about
way.
a loss.
Yeah.
What's that?
You have a great voice.
Oh, thank you. Not as good as yours, but I try.
We all have
I know,
different
maybe,
beautiful voices.
You know what, Kylie? Maybe you could
He's
tell
a
your
singer.
dad to tune in to YouTube in Norbert's, I'd say, blog, NorbCam. That's what it is, NorbCam.
Got it.
Yeah,
That's it.
and your dad could watch all of his videos, music videos, all his the songs that he does, related to sports, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Another thing that would be cool is in movies there are many sports there are sports films. What I'd like to do one day is to just compose a score having to do with what's going on the football field or something rather. So that would be fun.
Yeah.
Norbert does that, actually. You notice that when he was explaining what's happening on the field, he could not show the game because that is copyrighted.
Right,
And so he could just describe it. So that's what he does. Most of the games, he has a channel. That, he
By the
shows-
way,
he
Kylie, by
describes
the way, sorry. But by the way, Kylie, Norb is a good singer, dancer, and actor. He's all in one.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Musical theater, perhaps.
Yeah,
I haven't done much theater. I do mostly. So my bread and butter is I have a production company. So we make films, we make videos for companies and for things on YouTube. So over the years, I've been a director, a writer, camera person, editor, and then I also go in front of the camera. So I do some on-camera talent, voiceover, and some music composing and things like that. So,
That's
a little bit of that.
amazing.
Not as much on the theater stage, though. That's something I haven't done as much of, but mostly on the camera. So,
That's amazing.
cinematic stuff is what I've
He
really
even
been
directed
into,
a
so.
movie. He has a movie called, what's that? Afraid.
Afraid. In fact, yeah, it's actually a horror film. A horror film that
Ooh.
Lionsgate Home Entertainment picked up back in 2009.
Wow.
And
That's
so
fantastic.
yeah, it was one of the lifelong dreams me and my friends wanted to do, and so we finally did that and had the fortunate luck of having it picked up by a major distributor. So it is out there. You can find it on most platforms.
That is fantastic.
But I'm planning to actually show my daughters that movie for the first time. I think they're old enough now to finally watch it.
Ooh.
So my youngest was saying, "When can we watch Afraid?" I said, "Okay, during winter break we'll watch it." So it might be tonight. So we'll see how
Okay,
that
thanks,
goes.
Norb.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kylie, I know as I started to say, Miles has prepared another song that we are gonna play right now. Miles.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's listen to Kylie. It's called No One Is Alone into the Woods
Oh, yes.
by Kylie Lorenzana
Oh,
Fonacier.
that one.
Okay.
Danielle,
Go
no
ahead,
one
sing
is
it.
alone into the woods.
No one here to guide
What
you.
happened? Yeah. No one is alone into the woods by Kylie Fonacier.
Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, mothers, people make mistakes. Holding to their own. Thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side. Someone else is not. While you're seeing your side, maybe we forgot they are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now. Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
Yan po ang No One Is Alone into the Woods by Kylie Fonacier.
It's by Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods. Last year I decided to sing that because it was one of my favorite pieces from the musical Into the Woods, and composer Stephen Sondheim just passed away last month or early this
Oh,
month.
Oh,
He
sorry.
he was one of my inspirations, and singing this, I had no idea he was going to pass away, because this song was just something that resonated with me back in the when the pandemic started, because everybody felt alone in that difficult time. And I did watch Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods, the film, and it just inspired me to sing that at some point. And this year, when he passed away, it was such a loss to the theater world. So it's a beautiful reminder that despite the hard times like these, no one is alone.
yeah, that's, you know, that song reminds me the way you sang it. It's more like listening to the Phantom of the Opera or Miss Saigon and
Oh.
stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. So your voice is more for the theater, actually. The way I understand it, the way I perceive it. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So you are really wonderful. You could have.
Thank you so much.
I know that looking at most of on your bio, you did a lot of musical theater production, being the musical director
Oh
and
yes,
stuff like that.
last
That's really
month.
neat. And Norb, whenever you are ready to leave, because I know you have to go somewhere. I know we're going out later to get our uh, our booster shots,
Yeah.
right?
Well, actually, check your text because we're going to have to reschedule that because they moved the appointments up. So that's why I'm going to take Sophie to go
Oh.
early because they need to have us there by 2:15, which I know you can't make because the show is going to be going till 2:30.
I
So
see.
yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off now and say my goodbyes. But
Okay.
Kylie, it was a pleasure to meet you. You have a beautiful voice. I can't wait to hear the rest of the show and your other music. And
Norb,
congratulations on all your success so far.
Norb,
Yes.
can you stay a few minutes? Can you?
Oh,
Can you
I
stay for a
guess
few minutes?
I can say a couple more.
Norb?
Yeah, sure.
Norb,
Yeah.
Norb, can you
I'm right
stay for a
here.
few minutes?
Yes, I can
Yeah,
stay
he
for a few
said
minutes.
yes. I don't know.
Can you stay for a few minutes, Norb?
I think she can't hear me, or maybe she might be in a
Yeah,
delay.
okay. Because Danielle got a very important Danielle got a very important message that he also wants you to see it. Danielle, let's
Oh.
show your important message, Danielle.
Okay.
This is very important.
So many
Danielle,
surprises.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Well, the suspense
Danielle,
is
where
killing
is
me.
your important message?
Oh, I don't. Is Daniel listening or can he hear you?
Yeah, he can hear me. Danielle, where's your important message for everyone?
Oh.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh my. Oh my. That is.
Okay, with that, let's play The 12th of Never by Johnny Mathis, dedicated to Kuya Bert and Ate Shoni on their 55th wedding anniversary on January 1st.
Oh no, not that birthday.
Oh, wrong! The 12th of Never.
There it is. There it is.
Uh,
No.
Oops.
What is it?
Well, that wedding photo, that
No,
was 55 years ago.
no. Up.
Just for Kylie's information, you heard. My wife and I are celebrating on January 1st our 55th wedding
Oh, happy
anniversary.
55th wedding
Yeah,
anniversary.
so I guess that was the surprise that Miles had planned. Yeah, it's too bad that Daniel was unable to look for the right song, huh?
Well, maybe we don't have the song, but maybe we can just do a quick little a cappella version.
Okay, you do it, Nerb.
You and
You ask how
Kylie.
much I need you. Must
Yay.
I explain? I need you, oh my darling, like roses need rain. You ask how long I love you. I'll tell you true. Until the 12th of never, I'll still be loving you. There we go.
All
A
right.
little small version of it. So, yeah,
Thank you,
happy
Carl.
advanced
Thank you very
anniversary,
much.
Mom and Dad. 55 years come January 1st. So,
Yay!
And
yay.
Kylie, what my wife would kid, she says, 55 years na ako naghihirap.
Hi, Kuya Bert. Irving
yeah.
Mendoza said hi again, Kuya Bert, Miles, Norb, and guest Kylie. Thank you, Irving. Thank you, Irving
Yeah.
Mendoza. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was,
Thank you for that surprise. That was great.
yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that, Miles. I appreciate that, Danielle, that you were able to show that wedding picture 55 years ago, taken in the Philippines,
Yeah.
in Quezon City. So,
Wow. Quezon City.
well, those were wonderful years, I guess. And if we had to repeat the whole thing, we'll do it again. Okay, it's
Yeah.
Kylie's time now. You said you were gonna sing right here in our studio,
Yes.
right? So
Right
are you
here.
ready for that? We got
My good friend is right here with me.
oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
piano.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, we have like
Okay.
7 minutes
Yay.
or so. That's perfect.
All right.
Go
So
ahead.
Yeah, okay, go.
just a quick story before I play the song. This is called Stepping Out of Quarantine. And this was a song started in the beginning of the pandemic. A friend of mine and I, if you're watching, hello, Talia, my dear friend. We were working on we were just like casually working on some chords and some music. And we did the first verse, like no lyrics yet. And when we came up with the first verse, she was like, Kylie, why don't you work with the rest of it? And then I just took my freedoms to different places musically, and thus the song was born. Here, Stepping Out of Quarantine.
So Kylie.
All I've been doing is staying at home, keeping my distance off alone. It's been quite a year since then. Day after day of hearing the news, all that it's bringing is nothing but blues. All the words can comprehend. How long do we wait until this ends? Is there a future out the bend? Will there ever be a day when all the pain is gone, so that life can go on? So many questions while we wait. The best I can do is anticipate the better days when all the fears are gone and our hope has won. When all the wandering is over and we're safe and sound again, there'll be plenty of reuniting, and we all will be igniting. And regardless of the weather, we'll all spend our days together. I can hardly wait to see a change of scene once we're stepping out of quarantine. We'll be looking back to see how much we've changed in just a matter of time, and talk about the moment the world has lost its shine. There are stories yet to tell of how we rose and how we Just for a moment we thought we wouldn't survive. God only knows how we made it out alive. When all the wandering is over and we're safe and sound again, there'll be plenty of reuniting, and we all will be igniting. And regardless of the weather, we'll all spend our days together. We can hardly wait to see a change of scene from the trials and tribulations in between, and to never have to be where we have been. Just stepping out of quarantine. Ooh, stepping out of quarantine.
All right. Wonderful. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, we have to go to our final news break.
Yeah,
So,
stay
okay,
tuned.
Alice.
Yeah, stay
Thank you,
tuned.
Kylie.
Yeah.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not helping bad girls set up their websites, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
You probably have questions about COVID vaccines. Here are some answers about how they're being made.
How are COVID vaccines being produced faster?
Usually, vaccine testing and production are separate steps. But because of the pandemic, vaccines are being developed on parallel tracks. So both steps are happening just at the same time.
How are the vaccines being tested?
Right now, several different COVID vaccines are in testing. Each go through multiple clinical trials with up to thousands of volunteers.
How do vaccines get approved?
Not all COVID vaccine versions will make it to the final stages of testing and approval. Produced vaccines that do not pass clinical trials will be destroyed. But for those that do pass, a team of medical experts will examine test results and possible side effects. If the vaccine is effective and safe, it gets approved and gets to you. Go to covidvaccinewa.org to learn more. A message from the state of Washington.
Hi, it's your favorite Rainier Avenue radio host from the Clean Greens Living Live show. It's Queen Bree
and Robin T.
Our show is live every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with topics ranging from life on the farm, health and wellness, and race and social justice.
We feature guests each week with expertise in activism, entrepreneurship, healing, and food justice.
So come join your girls live every Thursdays at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Clean Greens Living Live show. You can even call in and be a part of the show. See you then.
This is your Rainier Avenue Radio.world community update on free online resources through Seattle Public Library. You can do consumer research, take a free online technology class, read newspapers from major cities, and more. There are resources for students of any age, including lifelong learning, student research, and test preparation tools. Access online resources with your library card anywhere with an internet connection at spl.org/online-resources.
Welcome to the Fitness Corner. I'm your host, Mark Bryant, and you're going to get a whole total body workout on my show, starting off with a warm-up, aerobics, strength training, cool down, and stretching every Friday from 11:30 to 12 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Don't forget to log on www.RainierAvenueRadio.world.
At balik po tayo sa ating programa Fil-Am Radyo. Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili at yung special guest
Ito po
natin.
si Mel Salvador. Ito po si Mel
And
Salvador. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtangkilik sa aming programa. And our
our
special
special
guest,
si
Hello.
Kylie Lorenzana Fonacier. So
Hello.
just before the break, we heard Kylie play that thing about quarantine, right?
yeah.
Leaving the
Yes, oh
quarantine.
my.
That was wonderful. Para
Thank you
po
so
sa
much.
inyong mga late na nakikinig, si Kylie po is not just a singer, but she's also a composer, a piano teacher, so she must be a really good pianist. And she has worked on so many tasks like being a musical director. You know, is it hard to be a musical director, Kylie?
Oh, you know what? Here's it. Now, first and foremost, about that, I want to say it depends on the material you work with musically. Depends on the people you work with. So, being a musical director is my first time outside of a school setting. I'm so grateful to my Fabulous Theater. That's a theater company in Vancouver. Fabulous Theater family. If you're listening in, Mary Little John and Damon Bradley Jang, thank you guys so much for taking a chance on me for being musical director for this musical theater review called All Together Now. And that was done worldwide in like many different theaters, provided by the Music Theater International for people to license so they could perform songs from beloved musicals. We had to pick their selections that they had set for us to perform, and that show was meant to welcome people back into the theater community. Now we had a small cast of 6, and they each took solos. They also took we also did group numbers, and I did end up cameoing in two of the songs,
Wow.
one
All
to
right.
sing solo, also by Stephen Sondheim, also from Into the Woods. Same musical. And
Uh-huh.
in the last number with everybody, and there were times where I was back on stage like just playing and where the track was playing, and it was a fun experience. I'm teaching, going back to the question, I'm teaching people their harmonies. Like it's no easy task, because then like as a musical director you need to know exactly what they're singing and how to play it, like all the rhythms, all the notes, like they need to
Yeah.
be right. I mean, that's what's important. Is like I can't walk in there not knowing what is going on and not
Mhm.
knowing what to play.
That's so
Like it's
wonderful.
just
When
to
you
be
talk about
prepared.
this fabulous theater, what is that?
Yes.
It
So
seems like you love that theater. You
oh,
do a lot of performing arts out there. Is
I
that right?
do. I love them so much.
You
So
call yourself an alumni of this fabulous theater.
yes, like how
What
they refer to
exactly
it
did
as
you
fab
mean?
alumni. Fab alumni. And like I think that's really cool. So what they are is like they're a local theater in Vancouver who seeks to promote doing some original shows, and
Mhm.
also shows that do exist, and musical reviews, cabarets, but most of all, and their bottom line is to promote the diversity that is very much present in the theater world. So
Mhm.
people from all backgrounds and all walks of life are welcome in that theater.
Is it a big venue? Is that what you're telling me? Beautiful
it's
venue?
it's like
Yeah.
different venues. Like there are different rehearsal spots in Vancouver, so there's not just
Oh,
one set venue. And I'm not really like in that company all the time. Like there are
I
times
see.
where like because I was just hired for the show, but what they do is that they find different rehearsal venues, audition venues, and then eventually, like before even starting rehearsals for the show, they settle on what venue to use. And what's nice is that they do pay their performers, and they do pay the people who work behind the scenes, because like they also believe that after all like the hard work and heart and soul that
Yes,
that
yes, sure.
people on and off stage put, it's something, worth the work. And honestly, like just getting to work in that company, even for like the short 3 months, it's been a blessing. They've been great. They've been great company. Like they're not just musicians or theater actors or directors I've worked with. Like they've become friends. They've become family, and
Yeah.
I am grateful not just to work with them, but I'm grateful for who they are. Grateful for who
What
they are.
about this production? You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Oh yes,
Oh,
you're a
that's
good
coming in
man, Charlie
February.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is in my old high school, Pine Tree Secondary. My drama teacher, Mrs. Natalie Lovelock. I've known her for almost 10 years. So she's known me since my grade 9 years in high school. What happened was she had asked me to come in twice a week in her musical theater class to help their class and to teach them the harmonies, kind of like much like what I did for Fabulous Theater. So I'm literally at the piano. I'm working with the group of students and playing each of their harmony parts and making sure that they feel comfortable enough to get it right. It's not just the one and the I play your thing, I should expect you to know. It's not like that. As a musical director, it is my job, or a job of any musical director, to help them get it right. Like it's not like I'm
Right.
babying their harmonies. That if they listen to it in that time, they practice it, they sing it there. And once I'm not doing my duties, they need to go home and practice it themselves. And my responsibility starts while I'm teaching them, but the actor's responsibility, not just in Your Good Man Charlie Brown, but in general, in a musical, is that you need to do your part. It's give and take.
Right.
Like a piano
Yes.
teacher teaches the kid something, or not just a kid, teaches a student something, and they
Right.
go home and practice it. If they have any issues, like they can always ask me next class. They
Yeah.
can get their parents to email me. But it's, again, like I said, musical directing and teaching is a give and take, because it's you do a lot of the work, but they also need to do some of the work themselves.
Can it be frustrating sometimes? Or you have to have a lot of patience, you know?
Yes, like the frustrating part, like, thankfully, has never been the people and their attitudes. Like, it depends on the setting, because you will meet different kinds of people who will tell you, oh, you're not doing this right. Like some people who just have an attitude to talk back to the director. But I'm
Oh.
grateful to have not had that with both the Fabulous Theater nor the Your Good Man Charlie Brown. Although what's difficult sometimes is, playing something, and if they're struggling to get it right, like I don't have a right to get mad if they're getting it wrong. It is my job to help them and find different ways to help them. And I don't know if I want to see that as frustrating. I just want to see that as, a challenge
That's
to take
good.
on.
You're good.
So it's
You're
what can get
patient.
frustrating is if people don't do their part, and thankfully they
Yeah.
have been doing their part. So that's, if I would count anything as frustrating, it would be if people just don't do their part. And I'm grateful to have not
Yeah.
seen that.
What
in these
about the
two experiences.
songs that they are going to sing? Who composed it? Yeah. Is
Oh,
it something that you're involved with too?
oh
Or
no,
is this already?
it's already a set musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, because it's based off
Oh, I see.
the Peanuts comic strips. And
Yeah, I know.
his composer
That
is
would be nice.
Clark Gesner. He wrote some beautiful songs for this show. Like the soundtrack, like the cast album is available online. It can be streamed in like Apple Music or Spotify
Yeah.
or like even YouTube Music. The soundtrack is beautiful, great songs. Not everything is easy to sing, but
Yeah, no, I can
it's
understand.
not. Yeah, if you want a musical to be, I'm not saying that it's not good to have easy songs, but a musical should have a mix of songs that are easy, medium, and challenging, so it can push the performers to do the best they can do. And in high
Right.
school productions, you have some liberty to adhere with what's in the notes, but also find a way to make it work for the ensemble. And that's something my drama teacher, like Natalie, that's what we talk about all the time. We're like, okay, who will be singing in this harmony part? What part
Yeah.
do we want louder? How do
Right.
you want them to pronounce it instead of the word Rushmore, which has it becomes Rushmore,
Yeah.
Rushmore. So the quality can come out nice. Diction.
What about when are you gonna show this? This is gonna be shown in Canada, I would think.
Yes, it's
You said in
in the high
February.
school. Yes. You know, with COVID restrictions, I'm not
I
100%
forget
sure how
that.
it's going to go because I hate to say this, but the cases have gone significantly higher this past the start of winter with the Omicron variant, which
Oh,
which
gosh.
is sad. But what's happening is this is something hopeful. There may be opportunities to purchase a ticket link for streaming, because what's nice is that some friends of mine and myself have seen musicals virtually, like video chatting and watching it through purchase tickets
Mhm.
online, and we just stream the musical from home. This is what might happen with You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, if the opportunity to watch it live in person doesn't happen. And
Yeah.
I think it's a good avenue, not just for this school, but for all theaters around the world to look into, even post-COVID, because even Broadway, because not everybody has the opportunity or the money to fly out and see a musical. And some
Right,
people will
right,
have a hard time even driving out to see a musical, even if it's nearby.
right.
So it's also good for revenue, because there are people who can come live, but also there are people who can watch it from the comfort of their own home. And at this point,
That's the most
I
important thing.
I
Yeah.
would like that to extend far beyond COVID, because it makes it more inclusive and allows everybody to take in the experience in their own way, right?
Yep, that's right. That's a
Yeah.
wonderful perspective on your part, because that
Thank
would be
you.
good to have it. And I know that I've been like your aunt. She has had some shows or concerts
Yes,
virtually,
just like that.
and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, do you have another song that you're gonna sing a cappella or with your piano at
Yes,
this
I
time?
do. And because it's still December, if it were February, people would look at me funny and be like, why are you singing the song? But I will be singing a Christmas carol, and I know that you both know what this one is. This is
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
Holy
So,
Night, one of
Okay.
okay,
my
Yeah.
wonderful. Let's
most
hear it,
favorite.
because
Yeah.
your
Okay.
your we will be playing as our closing song
Ooh.
the in character, whatever that is, you know.
That's our
Oh, yeah.
closing
So
song.
we'll have
Yeah.
that in actually in about uh, in 10 minutes we will be doing that. So let's hear your Christmas carol. What's it? Oh Holy Night, you said?
Oh Holy Night.
Is that what
And
you're
you
Yeah.
singing?
can you
All
can
right.
sing along like in your own if it's
Oh,
it,
mine's always like to sing along. So,
yes,
but
Christmas songs
let's
are
not
meant to
ruin
be
the
sung
song.
along with.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Only the world in sin and ever pining till He appeared, and the soul felt its worth. Christ
Christ
was
was
born.
born.
Oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine. The King of Kings lay thus lowly manger. Let all within us praise His holy name. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine.
Yay. Yeah, very
All
good.
night, in fact, indeed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Christmas.
Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you so
Christmas is
much.
over. People were saying, when are we gonna put down our Christmas decor?
No, I want to keep it.
Actually,
joyful.
it's not in the Philippines. We wait until the Three Kings, which is what, January
January
6th?
6th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys observe those things too? Miles, do you take down your Christmas decor on
I
January
don't
6th?
even have my Christmas tree. We have the Christmas tree at my daughter's place. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you
I
can
see.
share mine with you.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
We're
beautiful
virtually
tree.
here. So this Christmas tree is ours. It's like not
Yeah,
just ours as
okay.
a family, but it's to be shared.
I Kuya Bert, before I disappear and before we close the program, I want to greet some important people.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Go
Happy
ahead.
birthday. Happy birthday to Vali Padino today of Kirtland, Washington, USA. And belated happy birthday to our CEO of Rainier Avenue Radio Network, Tony Benton. Happy birthday on December 26th. And Lita Dixon of Russell Island, December 25, December 27, Marivic Christensen of Russell Island, Queensland, Australia, and December 28, 23rd wedding anniversary of my good friends Jasper and I being Michelle Tia of Calby, Queensland, Australia, December 29, Mark Embry, that's your friend, and that's Prisco Ligori's son-in-law, and Mila Agapito, December 30th to Boomba, Queensland, Australia. And on January 1st, happy 55th wedding anniversary to you and
Oh,
Ate Shoni.
thank
And
you.
happy birthday, Dolor Ex Conde Alegrado on January 1st. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Thank you, Miles. Actually, I got a text from Joanne Lorenzana wishing us congratulations on our anniversary. Well, thank you very much, Joanne. Now that you mentioned birthdays, let me just quickly say, uh, December 26th, actually, that's, of course, you mentioned Tony Benton. We have also Teresita Batayola. Then December 27, we have Jean Navarro, Tony Oquindo, Angelita Pizarro, Kelly Ogilvy, Benjamin Sarsia, and Peter Dakanay. And tomorrow, we have my good friend Toshiko Makas, So happy birthday. December 30, we have Amy Del Mundo, Estrella Agawin. January 1st, like you mentioned, we have Dolor Esconde
Yeah.
Alegrado, Ephraim Rolio Lasso, and Bernard Lorenzo, and P. Roque. January 2nd, Franco Fritz Rigor. So happy birthday to all of you. You want to
Happy
greet
birthday
happy
po sa inyong
birthday
lahat.
before we play this song? Happy birthday, Kylie.
Oh, yes, for
You wanna
sure.
maybe you would like to greet somebody who's got a birthday?
Oh man, there's a lot of birthdays in December. So this is like happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating birthdays. Oh, you know what? This is weeks in advance, almost a month from now. But if there's one birthday I'm going to mention right now, it is for my brother Christian on January 22.
That's fine. Yeah,
He'll
good,
be
good.
21 and
Wow.
he's growing up. He's growing up. All right.
So
Happy
let's
birthday.
Miles, instead of playing a record, I am requesting Kylie to play Happy Birthday song right now on the piano. You hear me, Miles? I think your internet is acting up again. So let's play it on the piano and little singing also. Happy birthday to everybody. Just the regular happy birthday song, Kylie. All right, thanks.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All of you having birthday. Happy birthday to
All right.
Happy birthday.
And like I said, this is really interesting because like I always mention about this time as we approach the end of our program, Kylie, Miles always disappears. I keep telling her, you gotta fix your internet. You gotta talk to your provider because something is not right.
Oh,
So at the
technology
end,
can
it's just me
sabotage
and the
things
guest.
sometimes.
Anyway, at about this time, our producer will give us a signal to say, you better say your goodbyes now because he is going to start playing your song in character. That's right.
Yes, and this was from my recital, and my dear friend Jaya Story, who is also a composer here in Vancouver, played it with me. She's been a college friend for a long time, and this new year will be a great one for her.
I think she started playing it now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I hear voices in my head.
Okay, so I guess we could start saying goodbye. I'll start by saying it has been an honor, a pleasure to really have you on
Thank
our
you so
show.
much. It's
Yeah.
been an honor to be here too, and just to be able to not just talk about music, but to talk about life and the beautiful things, and then what a blessing from God the
Yes.
good moments are, despite trying times.
I agree. I agree. You know, your aunt, Jazz, and a lot of our guests, all of you have been really wonderful.
Thank you so
And
much.
I keep telling Miles, because he's the one who kind of schedules all of this, invites, and
so
tries to be very, very, sabi nga, makulit. Makulit. Oh, she's trying to
Thanks
get
to
back
both
in.
of you and
Oh, there she
everybody.
is. She's trying to
She's
get
back.
back in. She's back. Can you hear us, Miles? Still, it's not right. Can you hear us, Miles? So she cannot. Something is still not right to the internet. But anyway, hey, Miles, you might want to say your goodbye now. Okay. She's
Ito po si
waiting.
Bal Salvador. Ako po yung papaalam na sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na panonood sa aming programa. Until next week, love you all. Stay safe.
I'm glad, Miles, that you were able to. Okay, she's gone again.
Oh no.
I can't believe. Okay, anyway, mga kaibigan, with the background of the song by Kylie and with Jaya in character, kami po ay magpapaalam na. So as we always do, our program always closes with a prayer. So, sabayan niyo po ako sa aking maikling prayer. Let's bow our heads. Ama namin, purihin ang iyong pangalan. Nagpupuri po kami at nagpapasalamat sa mga dakilang biyaya, buhay, lakas, at subaybay na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin mula sa oras na ito hanggang sa wakas ng aming buhay. Amen. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you to
Say
both
hi
of
to
you,
your
Kuya
aunt,
Bert
to
and
all your
Miles.
friends, and I'm sure that we'll get together again one of these times. And it was a pleasure
It was
having
such a
you.
pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much,
much.
Kylie.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless.
Yes, same to you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye
much.
now.